I'm doing another book review on this video, and it is Les Brown's Live Your Dreams. We've had the privilege of listening to, I can't get this in front of the camera, listening to Les give some of these thoughts and points live at a event several years ago. He makes some good points and he's talking about living your dreams. So obviously, we need to have dreams. And his encouragement is to go live those dreams. And he starts chapter 1, that's what this review is for, chapter 1, by telling his story of being raised in a rather seedy neighborhood by a very loving mother, but a stern mother. And she had a philosophy that you did not do anything to lose the groceries when you've been shopping. But there was a time when there was an exception, and it goes something like this. Two new boys had moved into the neighborhood, and apparently their dad was tired of them fighting and wrestling each other, so on this particular occasion, he yelled at his boys to go get that other guy, get Les. Les was carrying the groceries. So upholding the teachings of don't let anything happen to the groceries, he struggled as best as he could without damaging the groceries or losing them. But at one point, his mother, her name was Mamie, came out and saw what was going on. And this time she said, Les, throw down them groceries and get those boys. And he whipped those boys, and they decided that they better just stick to wrestling with each other. They never came after Les again. But Les said he learned a lesson. There comes a time when you've got to drop your burdens in order to fight for yourself and your dreams. He says we carry baggage from the past and it hinders our ability to fight for the things we want in life, our goals and our dreams. Les was adopted, and at some point in time, there's always that quest to find the natural parents. A friend of his had a very unpleasant experience in finding a natural parent, and so he never really did go looking for his. But he quotes philosopher Khalil Gibran. He says, our parents bring us into the world, but in the end, we are responsible for what we become. Parents, he said, are like the archer's bow, and their children the arrows. Our children come through us, but not from us. So Les says, whoever my parents are, I forgive them. He says, I have to play with the hand that's been dealt me, and I cannot be effective in my life if I allow myself to be burdened with anger, resentment, regret, and guilt. Now, his goal for this book that he points out here in chapter 1 is that he wants to help us make a great life, to expand our consciousness, which he defines as the focused force of our wills, so that we may grow and flourish in the pursuit of our dreams. This focused consciousness, he says, will enable you to drop the burdens that you've carried and to overcome life's inevitable blows. It can put you in control of your own life. It can help you contribute to the lives of those you encounter and the world we all inhabit. He's making that point that we live for more than ourselves. He says not all your goals are going to be accomplished, but what really matters is having goals, going after them wholeheartedly. He says, in the end, it's the person you become, not the things you achieve, and I'm going to add acquire, that's the most important. He was taught by his mother that greatness is in all of us. We are delivered to this world with a mission. And then he goes into self-esteem a little bit. He says, realize that there's something special within us, a basic goodness that we must choose to manifest in every way we can towards our family, our professions, and our planet. Each of us has something good to offer. He says we are born with the responsibility and the obligation to make a positive impact And when we desire to pursue greatness, we are taking responsibility for our own lives. That's probably one of the greatest points to be made in this whole chapter. And this means that we are choosing to accept the consequences of our actions and to become the agent of our mental, physical, spiritual, and material success. He says we may not always be able to control what life puts in our paths, but he says we can always control who we are. Then he outlines 9 principles of life enrichment. I'm going to list them, but I'm not going to elaborate on them in this short video. Number 1, I can achieve far beyond my horizons in avenues of life I have never explored. 2, I possess a basic goodness, which is the foundation for the greatness I can ultimately achieve. 3, I must take responsibility for my actions, my well-being, and the attainment of my maximum potential. Number 4, I must seek self-awareness, self-approval, and self-commitment in order to obtain self-fulfillment. Number 5, I must commit myself to building and maintaining relationships that are critical to the social development of my family and community. Number 6, I must manifest the belief that mutual respect is the fundamental element of all relationships. 7, I will heighten my life by helping others heighten theirs. Number 8, I will work toward my goals by planning, executing, and measuring my progress. 9, I will make commitments with care and honor them with integrity. So in conclusion for chapter 1 is, he says, I hope you don't take anything with you to the grave, that you use up all your gifts that you were given, so that they remain on this planet when you are gone, enriching all who follow. That is my book review for chapter 1 of Les Brown's Live the Dream. Until next time, goodbye.